Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Flip. Welcome back. I hope you guys are all having a great Halloween week. Now, I'm unboxing. Well, I kind of already opened it. This is a massive box. It's not gonna be able to fit on screen here. But I picked up. This is my Criterion flash sale haul, and I picked up a ton of stuff. I went a little crazy. You guys know I've been recently getting into Blu-rays. Most of my stuff in my collection is anime. I have like 4 shelves dedicated to anime, but I've been really enjoying cinema and film in general. So I was waiting and saving up some of my dollars. I sold some manga and some comic books to fund what was going to be the Barnes& Noble sale, but then Criterion had a flash sale, and I went nuts. A lot of blind buys from directors I've never seen anything of theirs before. I bought some blind buys from directors I do love, and then I bought some stuff that I have seen and love and was surprised wasn't in my collection. So there are over 30 titles here. A couple of them are box sets, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. I'm going to be picking at random here. So I went ahead and picked this up. This is the complete Jacques Demi. I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. My pronunciation of anything that's not English is terrible. But this is, so I got this because I picked up the Agnes Varda set earlier this year, a few months ago, and fell in love with her work. And when I heard that her husband also directed films, the Criterion put out a complete, or the essential set of his films, I was really curious, but the price tag was always a little too much for me. But I went ahead and picked it up during this flash sale. This is spine number 713, and of course it goes from 14 all the way to 19. I really like the packaging. I really like the style that's going on here. So very sleek spine there. So yeah, I'm excited to see how his films compare to his wife's, because I'm such a fan of his wife's. I think Agnes Varda is one of my favorite directors now. After sitting through and mainlining all of her movies, I was blown away. Then we picked up, of course, these two, I believe. No, just this one. This is The Gunfighter by Gregory Peck. This is a classic Western. I haven't seen this in this format yet, but I am planning on doing a video reviewing all of the October releases, so this is going to be on there. Excited to pick this up. I was going to get this at Barnes & Noble, but the flash sale, this was included, so I'm glad to get it. And then we got Gamora, which is based off of a novel, which has a television adaptation. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Gamora is like one of the greatest television series I've ever seen ever. I think I rank it like my 2 all-time favorite shows are Sopranos and Breaking Bad, and I'm about a season or two. I'm about a season and a half in. Arrow Video put out the Blu-rays in the UK, so seasons 1 through 3 are in like a box set, and then season 4, and then they just announced season 5 will be the last. The television show is incredible. I highly recommend you guys watch it if you want something extremely violent. There's no humor in the TV series. So I went ahead and picked this up. This is a blind buy. I'm really blown away by the television series. I know this is has nothing to do with the television series, but it's based off of the same source material. So this film was made in 2008. So I'm excited to watch this. I might actually watch this right after we get done filming here. Then I picked up 310 to Yuma. I'm going through a big Western kick right now, and I wanted something a little bit more contemporary. I do like spaghetti Westerns a little bit more than U.S.-based Westerns or American-created, Hollywood-created Westerns. Hollywood Westerns tend to be very clean and very sterile at times. I mean, there are some great ones as well. But spaghetti Westerns are very gritty. The character's morale is very gray. Not Moral Compass. Sorry, not morale. Moral Compass is very gray. So I like that stuff more, but I went ahead and picked this up because I love this film. I grew up watching it. My dad is white, and he loves Westerns, and, my grandfather loved Westerns. So I went ahead and picked that up, and happy to have it. And then I picked up, this is a blind buy as well, but I've heard nothing but great things, like rave reviews about this. And I picked up An Unmarried Woman. This came out in 1978, and it's by number 1032. So I think this came out this year. I believe this came out this year. So it's a toss-up. It's between this and Gamora that I'm kind of feeling tonight. Two very vastly different things, but that's what I love about the Criterion Collection, and also getting blind buys too, especially at such a good price. And then something I'm surprised I did not have is 2000's Yi. This is one of my favorite films of the last couple decades. It's spine number 339. This was out of stock, and then it was out of stock when I checked the first time, and then when I went back, because I wasn't going to get anything right away, and I was going through my cart, and then I went and checked EE, and it was available. Also got The Hit. I don't know anything about this. 1984, spine number 469. So this is new, but it's a reprint. It's a repress or whatever. I believe it had a DVD edition, and now it's in Blu-ray. So happy to have that. And another complete blind buy, but the synopsis got me. A gripping thriller and tragic drama of nearly Greek proportions. Rivache is the stunning Oscar-nominated international breakthrough of Austrian filmmaker Götz Spielmann. So happy to have this. This came out in 2008. Spine number 502. I like the cover. It's very mysterious, kind of startling. You know, there's some ripples in the water. Wonder why. I'm excited to go into it. And then something I did have. I mean, I have seen and love, and surprised I did not have this in my collection yet, but is the Yojimbo and Sanjiro films, both of them, 1961 and 1962, both black and white, spine numbers 52 and 53. The case itself is not spine numbered. This is a nice little, 2-in-1 for roughly the price of like a Criterion and a half. So happy to pick this up in the 50% sale. I'm surprised I haven't had that in my collection, because I did pick up a couple more Akira Kurosawa stuff, but Akira Kurosawa is one of my favorite directors of all time, and I love samurai movies. I have a pretty large samurai collection outside of Criterion stuff. Like Anamigo put out a ton of great, almost forgotten samurai classics. So I'm a huge samurai fan. I was surprised I didn't have that in my collection. And then I picked up Personal Shoppers. I am just blown away by Kristen Stewart. She is. I think that whole age group, like Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Shia LaBeouf, all these young kids, Daniel Radcliffe, who kind of got pigeonholed into one type of role, have really, really blown me away with their recent stuff. So when Criterion put out Kristen Stewart work, I've never seen this. I've never heard of it. It's a blind buy. It's spine number 899. So I'm excited to check this out. This came out 2016. So this must have, because with the spine number and the year it came out, this must have been a pretty quick turnaround from release to Criterion. So that's pretty impressive. Another complete and utter blind buy. Dietrich and von Sternberg in Hollywood. This is spine number 930. I'm not a film buff yet. I'm just getting into cinema, and I wanted to broaden my horizon, so I picked this up on the 50% off sale. Really, and I'm a sucker for black and white films in general. Something I'm finding myself gravitating towards is black and white films. One of the labels I recently picked some stuff up from is Flickr Alley, and I'm just blown away by their stuff. So if it's black and white and it's on Criterion, it's a little pretentious. I'm probably going to pick it up. I actually don't know why I threw this in the box, but I picked up La Hine. I did not get this in the 50% off sale, but this is an absolute masterpiece. Blown away by this film. Loved it. 1995, black and white again. I just don't know why that actually came in there. So another film, God, I'm going to have trouble saying this name. Marketa Lazarova. I'm sure I'm fucking that up. This came out in 1967. This is a Czech film, and it's I don't know, I've seen the trailer, and it seemed very bizarre, seemed very violent, seems like something that's right up my alley. 1967, black and white Czech film. Sounds like it's something I'm going to enjoy, so another blind buy there. Something that is a blind buy, but only because I've heard nothing but great things. Someone that I watch on YouTube quite a bit is Elliot Cohen, and one of his favorite directors, I believe, is Rainer Werner Fassbinder. And I picked up Berlin, Alexanderplatz. This is like a TV show, I believe. So I'm excited to dive into this. I really trust Elliot Cohen's opinion. He kind of is helping me he helped push me get into picking up Criterion films and stuff. So when he talks about this director, you can tell he's very passionate about them. So I'm excited to have this in my collection. And then something I have not seen, but I am such a Kieslowski fan, is Decalogue. it's incredible. I mean, not incredible. He is incredible. I don't know anything about this. I know it's loosely based off like the Ten Commandments, I believe. But Kieslowski is phenomenal. Like, seriously, one of my favorite directors. I don't know if you can see. I have the Arrow Video Cinema of Conflict box set. Like, I adore his work. So happy to have this. And let me see here. Roberto Rossellini's War Trilogy, another blind buy. This was Spy Number 500. Was this box set? $497, $498, $499, and then the box actually has its own Spy Number 500. I'm excited. I grew up with immigrant grandparents from Sicily, and they would always have old Italian movies on, and Italian cinema is something that's very near and dear to my heart. And then Vampire. I picked this up because I recently watched this on the Criterion channel and really enjoyed it. And this comes with a book, which I thought was, I didn't know this until I got the package in the mail, and was blown away that it came with a book. So I'm happy to have this. This is Spy Number 437. Oh man, I'm so excited about this one. Actually, I'll talk about this later. Let's just continue with more blind buy box sets. The complete Jacques Tati. I'm hoping I pronounced that right. The Spy numbers are all over the place, but the actual box set itself is Spy Number 729. I read that these are comedies, so I'm excited to see some pretty funny films. And I've been on a pretty big French kick as well lately. I've watched Pierre Le Fou twice this month. Might be my favorite release of the month. Spoiler alert for the future review video. Then we got Kinji Mizuguchi is The Story of the Last Chrysanthemum. This is a fantastic film. I have seen this. I was surprised I didn't have this in my collection. Spy Number 832. Fantastic film. I highly recommend you guys pick this up. You guys already know I'm a big fan of Japanese cinema in general. Most of my collection is Japanese cinema. This right here is called Le Samurai, I believe. In a career-defining performance, Alain Delon plays Jeff Costello, a contract killer with samurai instincts. That alone got me. Spy Number 306, and I think that cover is sleek as hell. And then we got one of my favorite directors of all time, Sujin Suzuki's Tokyo Drifter. Suzuki is, I think, one of the best directors from Japan ever. I think he is getting a little bit more love here recently. I would love to see more of his work put out here. I have both of the Arrow Video box sets, and now with this, I have everything that Criterion has put out of his. But the man directed so many films, and I would love to see more stuff put out from him. He's got such a cool style. And for a guy who cranked out a lot of films, he's very consistent. None of his films get boring, in my opinion. So I highly recommend Tokyo Drifter, Spy Number 39. Damn, I didn't realize it was that early in the Criterion collection. And then we got Army of Shadow, Jean-Pierre Melville. This was a reprint, I believe. The Spy Number 385. I don't know anything about this. I picked it up because I like the cover. And then a director that I have fallen in love with since getting into Criterion is Abbas Kiarostami. I'm hoping again, guys, I'm terrible with names, so excuse me if I'm just pronouncing this stuff wrong. I believe this is his most recent film. I've seen A Taste of Cherry, and I've seen the Coker Trilogy. I think the Coker Trilogy is brilliant, and I really recommend you guys pick that release up. But yeah, this is 24 frames. For what would prove to be his final film, Iranian director Abbas Kiarostami gave himself a challenge to create a dialogue between his work as a filmmaker and his work as a photographer. So I'm excited to check this out. I think he is one of the greatest directors of all time, and kind of underrated. I'm not really in the movie circle. I know Cinema Dave that I watch here on YouTube is a pretty big fan of his, so that's actually how I first heard of Kiarostami. And then we picked up here, we got Tarkovsky. I loved Stalker. Watched Stalker recently with the wife. She fell asleep, but I was pretty much engaged. Andrei Rublev, 1966, black and white / color. So I'm excited to check this out. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen it. It's Spy Number 34. And then, man, we still got so many movies to talk about. So let's kind of just go through these quick. I'll talk about these three real quick because they're all kind of part of the same trilogy. All by director Michelangelo Antonino, or Antonio, or Anton. I should know how to pronounce this shit. But yeah, I picked up these three films right here. They're all loosely the same. Or not the same. They're all loosely, like, I believe is part of a trilogy. So I'm excited to watch these. I'm probably going to binge them in like a day or two next time I have a day off. And then we got Wings of Desire by Wim Wenders. I've never seen a Wim Wenders film, so I decided to pick this up. Hopefully I enjoy it because I know, again, Elliot Cohen's a pretty big Wim Wenders fan. A film I have seen and love is The Last Emperor. Something I have not seen, but again, it's a silent black and white film right up my alley, and that's The Passion of Joan of Arc, spy number 62. And my God, guys, I really went a little too crazy with this haul. Like, there's still a lot in this box. Oh my God. So let's go ahead and just crank these out. All right, guys, we're just going to crank these out real quick. We got Sword of Doom, which is an amazing samurai flick. Something I was really disappointed in myself for not having in my collection because I love it. And I love the remake. The remake doesn't get enough praise. I think Miike did a really good job with the remake. But Harakiri. We picked up another Tarkovsky film that is Ivan's Childhood. It's by number 397. I recently got the other King Hu film, so I went ahead and picked up A Touch of Zen. I am excited because I loved the other one, which is, I forgot what it's called, but it's right behind me. Gate of Hell. Holy crap, there's so much on this. I'm stacking it, and it's really high. And then Kira Kurosawa's, not Kiarostami, Rashomon, and last but not least, Nikatsu Noir from the Eclipse series. This includes I Am Waiting, Rusty Knife, Take Aim at the Police Fan, Cruel Gun Story, and then my personal favorite film, something that is one of my favorite noir films of all time, one of my favorite Japanese films of all time, and that is A Cult Is My Passport. Nikatsu, for those of you who don't know, was a Japanese studio who just cranked out top-notch films. So I'm excited to have this. I'm really excited to dive into it. So, but guys, that has been the haul. Sorry if I pronounce names wrong or if I don't seem to know what I'm talking about. I'm still new to collecting cinema and films in general. I'm more adept to talk about manga and anime, but I am loving this. I have so much to watch, and the Barnes & Noble sale is right around the corner. So, and also the Kino Lorber sale just happened. I just spent a couple money on that. So I'm so excited, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're new here, please subscribe for more great Blu-ray content, anime and manga content, pretty much whatever hobby I'm into. I recently hit 6K, so go me, I guess. Woo. I do notice my views have gone down since I have quit focusing mainly on anime and manga, but I'm going to be talking about films for quite a bit. I have so much to watch and so much to talk about, and I'll see you guys next time.